Hello, this is Agnes. Welcome again to my backyard. And in case you don't have some plant pots to start your garden greens, whatever you're trying to grow this season, I thought I would show you how you can take some very simple implements you probably already have at home to make your own pots out of them. The first one is this margarine container, which very conveniently comes with its own lid. I can turn the lid upside down and use it to catch any drippings once I've used it for a planter. But the one thing it doesn't have is drainage. So I take a simple box cutter. You want to cut drainage triangles into the side, like that, and cut across. Take that out, make a few of these, and making 4 distributed about evenly across the bottom. Notice how I'm cutting into the bottom part of the sides, not into the very bottom of the container. If the weight of soil and plant and all of that were directly on top of that, then it might not drain. Here you go. Now, if you have the option to, if you can access the materials, fill the very bottom layer with a single layer of gravel or of pebbles. That will help to keep the roots from becoming waterlogged or drowned if you happen to put too much water into it. And overwatering is one of the beginning gardeners' most common mistakes. So that'll be a little fail-safe in case you make an error. Fill it up with potting soil if you can, with local soil from your neighborhood if you don't have access to potting soil. And then you can put in garlic cloves to raise garlic greens. You can put in green onion tips, the base of them, and regrow that. Or you could grow microgreens or some kind of other small seeded herb that you happen to get. Now, if you don't have a margarine container, and not everyone does, here is something else that you're much more likely to have. It is a milk carton. I'm going a little bit fancier for this because milk cartons obviously need more than just a few holes carved into the bottom. So I'm going to measure about the height that I want this to be. And this is just a rough guide so I can put in some marks and make a few cuts. These don't have to be absolutely perfect, but a box cutter tends to wander a little bit if you haven't guided out where you want it to go. So you see I've put marks there, then I can draw rough guides. This is just a toothpick, or a chopstick, from an ordinary Chinese takeout chain. You can use a ruler if you have one, anything that makes a convenient straight edge. Okay, now I know what height I want to make my cut. Put away this Sharpie, and out I go with my box cutter. Take your time. Do it safely. Of course, this is not a children's project since you are using sharp objects for both of these. Or if somebody young does it, you do want adult supervision. We've all got some time to kill, so here's something that you can do to feel safe and to be productive. Now, this has ridges on this side and this side, so I cut 2 drainage holes. Don't want to make them too large because you don't want your soil to fall out. Saving that plastic to dispose of it properly. You don't want to litter. I just pop out my last triangle, and I have just made 2 planters. I will pause this for a moment and show you how well these really work.